Hi guys, welcome to First Half Podcast. Hope you all are doing well. My name is Dennis. I'm here with
Patrick, the Liverpool fan.
Okay, great. How are you doing, Charlie?
So not bad. We be inside, as they say.
Well, let's not waste time. Let's jump into what we are here to discuss. Because Charlie, me, I'm beefed. I feel Ten Hag was not treated right.
You cry.
No.
This Chelsea fan cry you are. It's like you are carrying more than they believed.
No. I think the man was not treated fairly. And I'll have my point. But what is your view on it?
Well, I think that, I've been very passionate about this whole VAR thing.
Yes.
And I think we'll just have a one session to actually discuss this.
Okay.
But I think VAR made them sack Ten Hag. I'll come to that later.
Okay.
But I think that personally, when you are supposed to wear the shoes of a Manchester United coach,
yes,
it's not an easy task.
It will never be.
And don't let us forget, and as much as Manchester has not gotten to the kind of level they want to get to with Ten Hag is not a bad coach. Let's go back to Ajax and look at what he did there in the league.
Exactly.
He did tremendous.
So you agree with me?
Yes, I agree with you, but I also feel as though that the manner in which things were going for Manchester United was a bit stressful.
Yeah.
Because they were losing games that were not games they are supposed to lose. If you understand. If you know the kind of team Manchester United is, there are some games they're not supposed to lose.
Okay.
And the way and manner in which the team itself, when I talk about the team, I'm talking about the players, were carrying themselves on the pitch, was a bit questionable.
Yeah.
They looked as though they were not ready to play.
True.
Or in some instances, like, I don't know, because I even though I'm a Manchester United fan, there were certain games that I saw Man U use, and I was a bit taken aback.
Yeah.
So I think, and I also feel as though that the timing of the sack is quite questionable. Because if you didn't sack Ten Hag some games ago,
they've had so much opportunity.
If you didn't sack Ten Hag the beginning of this season, that is why I'm blaming VAR for this sack. I don't know what you think, but hey, you let me know what you also think.
We can't put everything on the doorstep of VAR. I think one thing about Manchester United is a big brand. I think every one of the biggest football teams in the world.
Yeah.
And no matter what, journalists are going to see it as a field of opportunities whenever there is drama for Manchester United, and they are never going to stop. So every little thing is going to be picked apart in every detail to try as much as possible to get content. And I think that's what they've done. One thing that's also not helped them is the fact that with their ex-players, most of them finding themselves in the media.
The ex-players are trouble.
They are really. I think they should really be the link between the team and the fans. But they are always finding themselves turning the weapon towards the team, and it becomes a big something. Anything small becomes quite.
And the annoying thing, not to disrespect some of them, but some of these big players didn't really do much during their time of Manchester United.
That's true. Some of them get behind the big names.
Yeah.
And they got a stellar career out of that. But you see, you had opportunities to let Ten Hag go during the summer. You didn't do that. And now you spent 200 million to bring in players that he wanted.
That was what, the beginning of this season or last season?
This season.
Okay.
Through his span, they spent over 600 million. But last season, if you know there was a possibility that you could let him go, because even when he was at post, they were talking to other coaches. Tuchel was talking to, Amorim was talking to, all those coaches were talking to, who they were looking to replace him. And to me, even with that, Ten Hag, if he had any pride, if I was him, I would have resigned. Because if I'm in a position that you say you trust me, and I'm hearing that you're talking to people, candidates to come and replace me, what are you talking about? Especially when I just won you the FA Cup. But he stayed there and waited for, I guess I understand, because if you resign, you don't get your severance package. So staying there, he gets his payout. So I get that. But if you spend 200 million, at least give him time, because Delay just came in, he's finding his feet. The young boy they brought, Yolo, also got injured. He's had a couple of injuries. Mount is on the table. Luke Shaw is on the table. So, it's not been bad. 2 seasons, 2 trophies. Not all coaches can say this. You get it. But I feel because it's Manchester United, too much light is being shown on the negatives. Yes, they are in a bad patch.
So, but not to catch you, I also feel as though that we've had instances where the press has also played, the media has also played a huge role.
100%.
Yeah, because I've had discussions with Manchester United fans, And I think the last episode we had, we discussed language barrier.
Yeah.
You know, and some Manchester United fans also feel as though that his demeanor, his utterances has not also helped because we want to win. Mm-hmm. When you lose and we ask you questions too, it's like you are throwing shots all over the place. Yeah. And you know, like you rightly said the last time, maybe it's how he tries to interpret what he understands through the language.
Yeah.
Then
the language
yeah. So it was there. So it got to a point where people were a bit, maybe for want of a better word, annoyed.
I think he lost a connection with the fans.
He lost a connection with the fans, yeah. So Manchester United fans are not really too happy about the sack. Yeah. But at the same time, they are looking for something.
Sure they're not happy. I've seen people jubilate though. I've never seen a coach sack where people were. I mean, people come together to jubilate.
But I would hold back with the jubilation because what are you jubilating about?
Well, they feel he's their downfall. He's the one causing this. Because to me, if you look at it from that angle, you're not being fair because the new coach that's going to come will be the sixth coach that is coming in. And in an equation, if you are always showing up, it means that you are the problem. So here's a situation whereby all these coaches, Mourinho has come in there, Van Gaal has come in there. Good coaches.
Yeah, good coaches.
And all of them have not been able to carry the mantra from Fergie. So you have to look at the team that something is wrong in there. How are they recruiting? Are they recruiting for each coach or they are recruiting for the team? Because now clubs are going away from what coaches prefer to what is good out there. So if a coach says, I want a defender, they give you a short list of 3 that they think they want, and then you choose. But they are not going to say, tell me who you want, like how Ten Hag has been allowed to bring all his boys from Ajax. At least half of the team of Manchester United are now his boys from Ajax. Now you sack him. The new coach who is going to come in is also going to say, these guys don't work for me.
Yeah.
So which means you have to start the project from scratch.
Yeah. But
whilst others are way beyond in their project.
Yeah. But then I also think that, you know, the Manchester should also move away from this trying to get coaches to fill the shoes of Fergie.
Yeah.
You see, that is where the error is coming from now, because everybody or every coach, when they come in, is being expected to perform like Fergie.
Fergie had over 20 years.
Exactly.
Why are they not having that patience?
Yeah, so they should, because the point is that for me, and as much as Ten Hag was not performing so well, you can look at what he even did to Mourinho. You know, when somebody is building a team, you can have a very long period that you have a bad season. You can have 2 or 3 bad seasons. But after that, if you are building a team, Klopp's first season was not perfect. But we knew where we were coming from when we said, okay, we're going to give this coach some time. So I think that for playing about 85 games in the Premier League and winning about 44 of them or 45 of them,
not that bad.
It's not that bad. You know, for 2 seasons, he came in April 2022, right? Yes. For 2 seasons, he's won 2 trophies. It's not that bad.
That's a good return.
You're building a team.
You see, the fans are joining the bandwagon of the media.
Yes.
You understand? So the media is pushing the pain points and the fans are responding. And that is where the issue is. And unfortunately, most of the media guys are the Fergie boys. So you're talking about Rio Ferdinand, Gary Neville, Roy Keane. All these guys are Fergie boys. So they were in the successful era. And they think it should be now.
Like that forever.
Exactly. But your coach, Fergie, had over 20 years to get it right. I'm assuming if you take 100 coaches and you give them 20 or more years to get it right, most of them will get it right. You get it? So now, we all agree that the football has moved away from that. If you are not bringing results, you are gone. You get it? But I feel for what he presented to the team in terms of results, he didn't do too bad.
But then I also want to understand the basis of the jubilation, because I know a fresh face, a new look, a new person, maybe new opportunities, new things going to happen, but it is not assured. Okay, so if Ruben is coming in, where I'm sure we want to discuss where he is coming from, what he has done, what his experience is. I mean, of course, I think now in the league that he was in, now he's a Manchester United coach. I think Sporting is not doing bad at all. Sporting, I think before his presence, Porto was the one dominating the league.
Porto and
Benfica, and I think he's been doing so well at his age.
He's very impressive.
But then the question, maybe I want to take your view, the question I want to find out is, if I'm a Manchester United fan and I'm jubilating now, am I just happy because there's a new coach coming in and we are going to win the league?
Yeah.
Or I'm happy because Ten Hag was just annoying me and he has left? I mean, what is that happiness about?
I think it's an emotional reaction because when things are not going well, you're always looking for somebody to blame.
Okay.
And for the fans, or the media has put their bullseye or the target behind Ten Hag. So it's become the easy target.
Yeah.
To me, if you are looking for someone to blame in Manchester, you have to go to the board at the top. Because they have made a couple of mistakes. That's why they are the assist manager. You get it? So you can't land everything on Ten Hag.
Yeah.
The fact that you even allow him to bring in coaches that players that he wants.
That means you're ready to give him a chance to build.
Exactly. So right now, if you are now all of a sudden saying you are letting him go, what exactly was the plan from the beginning of the season then? Because he has come out several times in interviews that both myself, the players, and the board, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
We all agree and we know where we are going. So it is you, the media, who are sort of singing your own songs.
Yeah.
You understand? So if all of a sudden you tell me that he should go and fans are jubilating, that means that we are all just joining the bandwagon of the media.
The media, yeah.
And that is where the problem comes in. Now when it comes to Amorim, fantastic coach. 39 years, very young and all that. And my problem with him is that he's 39 years old and not experienced. If you look at the credential between him and Ten Hag, it's not far apart. That's Ten Hag at Ajax. He was also dominating the Dutch league, the same way he's doing well in the Portuguese league. But one thing that they all, I think, take for granted when they come into Manchester United is they, I think, take for granted the pressure from the media. And I will wait to see how he's able. You see, you can have the talent, the skills when it comes to managing. But the distraction from the media,
the external distraction,
it is not easy. It will put you off.
Yeah.
And that is where, at a 39-year-old, I don't know whether he's ready for it.
Yeah, but I think the direction in which maybe club owners and managers are moving now is a bit different. They are looking for fresh blood, young guys to build a team over a period.
Sure.
That is why we slept and woke up one day and realized that Company was being taken by Bayern Munich as a coach. So I think that I want to believe that maybe the club owners of Manchester have a different strategy now.
Yeah.
But then I've always had this impression that I am beginning to believe that impression is true. Where we have players sabotaging the coach. You know, sometimes we even have that discussion, and I believe that sometimes not true. But I just watched Manchester play this midweek. What team was it again?
They played
Leicester. And the team was amazing. And I just watched Casemiro play like a pro. And the performance on that day, I'm not seeing Man U play like that. So is it the excitement of Ten Hag not being there? Is it the excitement of being given a new strategy by the assistant coach, which is a former Man U player, Rogerio? So I was a bit taken aback. So I'm like, okay, so this school of thought that players sabotage a coach when they're not happy under him, does it really exist?
It does. I mean, there was within the week I listened to a couple of interviews and all that, and what I gathered was that there was a lot of unrest behind the scenes, whereby a couple of even senior players had to go and see Ten Hag to try and let him look at his training regime again. Because apparently, when they lost to him, that means extra training. So they were running more, whatever. So when it came to the game days, they were exhausted already.
But they have a whole club team management where if the coach's strategy is not working out, he has his assistant and others.
And he's still the final say.
And they have a captain in the team. You know, sometimes the
captain. So
that's
why when we talk about senior players going to see, I'm sure Bruno was part. And they went to see him to say, boss, the whole idea exactly. So can we look at it again? And if he didn't bash to that, obviously there's going to be unrest in the dressing room, because for the senior players to go, it means that all the players have discussed this and said that, telling you guys go and see the coach and see what you can. And maybe to him, the pressure that was on him, he was not going to sit down and listen to anything. This is what I want to do, and we do it. And if it gets to that point, players are going to turn against you. And if you look at how they played over the week, then you could make an argument that they turned against the players.
Because it was free-flowing football.
Yeah.
I saw for a very long time Casemiro getting the ball from a distance.
Yeah.
And that was what he was doing in Real Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
Decided to place the ball. And it was amazing football. So I feel as though that Manchester fans shouldn't be jubilating so much. They are still walking through hardships now.
Yeah.
The coach is just about to start his job. And I just believe that they should just give him the support he needs. There shouldn't be too much of high expectations. Yeah. They should just know that if we win anything this season, it's okay. If we don't,
I mean, if he's able to even get into top 4, that'll be a massive achievement for Ruben Amorim.